Seniors, 7 early dementia signs, and what to do now. If someone you love keeps forgetting recent conversations, gets lost in places they know well, or starts acting very differently, don't brush it off as a normal part of getting older. These changes deserve attention because spotting the right warning signs early can lead to a faster medical evaluation, help identify treatable conditions that can look like dementia, and give families more time to plan for the future. Waiting too long can make everyday challenges harder to manage and may delay care that could improve quality of life. While not every memory problem means dementia, knowing what to watch for can make a real difference. Hello, I'm Dr. Harrison Black. I've helped older adults and their families better understand brain health, memory changes, and healthy aging. My goal is to explain medical topics in simple, practical ways so you can make informed decisions with your healthcare team. In today's video, we'll go through 7 early signs of dementia, explain why they happen, and discuss the practical steps you can take if you notice them. Before we begin, have you noticed memory changes in yourself or someone you care for? Let me know how long you've been noticing them. Many people miss the early signs of dementia because they look a lot like normal aging at first. It's common to forget where you left your keys or take a little longer to remember a name, but dementia is different. It slowly affects the brain's ability to store, organize, and retrieve important information needed for daily life. Think of your brain like a large library. In healthy aging, finding the right book may take a little longer, but the book is still there. With dementia, some books are placed on the wrong shelf, important pages become harder to find, and over time, parts of the library become difficult to use. This is why a person may forget recent conversations, struggle to follow familiar steps, or become confused in places they have known for years. Dementia also affects more than memory. As changes spread through different parts of the brain, they can influence judgment, language, problem-solving, mood, and even personality. These changes often happen little by little, making them easy to overlook until they begin affecting everyday life. It is also important to remember that not every memory problem is dementia. Depression, low vitamin B12 levels, certain medications, thyroid problems, and poor sleep can all cause thinking and memory changes that may improve with proper treatment. Research and expert guidance from organizations such as the Alzheimer's Association and the National Institute on Aging emphasize that early medical evaluation helps identify the cause and allows the right care to begin as soon as possible. The first early sign is memory problems that begin to interrupt everyday life. This is more than forgetting a name once in a while. A person may forget information they just learned, ask the same question several times, or rely much more on notes or family members to remember simple tasks. Imagine a grandmother who asks what time dinner is, then asks the exact same question just a few minutes later, with no memory of asking it before. As a caregiver, pay attention to patterns instead of one isolated mistake. Are these memory problems happening more often? Are they making daily life harder? Keeping a simple notebook with dates and examples can help you notice changes over time and give the doctor useful information. If these problems continue or become worse, it is time to schedule a medical evaluation. The second sign is trouble planning or solving familiar tasks. Someone who has managed household bills for years may suddenly miss payments or become confused by simple numbers. A favorite recipe may seem difficult to follow. They may forget whether they have taken their medicine or struggle to organize their daily routine. These changes can slowly reduce a person's independence. If you notice growing mistakes with money, medications, or other familiar responsibilities, don't ignore them. Start offering gentle support without taking away all control. Help organize bills, use a pill organizer, and keep important routines simple. Most importantly, arrange a medical appointment so the cause can be properly evaluated, especially if these changes are new or getting worse. The third early sign is becoming confused about time or place. Everyone forgets the day of the week now and then, especially after retirement. But dementia can cause much deeper confusion. A person may lose track of the date, forget where they are, wonder how they arrived somewhere, or become lost while driving or walking on a route they have used for years. It is as if the brain's internal map slowly begins to lose important landmarks. If you notice these changes, take them seriously. Encourage the person to carry identification when leaving home, keep a simple daily calendar in a place they can easily see, and go with them on trips if they seem unsure. If getting lost happens even once in a familiar area, arrange a medical evaluation as soon as possible. The fourth sign is having trouble finding words or keeping up with conversations. A person may stop often because they cannot think of the right word, call everyday objects by the wrong name, or lose their train of thought in the middle of a sentence. Over time, these struggles can become frustrating, causing them to avoid conversations or spend less time with family and friends. As a caregiver, try not to correct every mistake or finish every sentence. Give them extra time to speak. Use short and clear sentences, and keep background noise low during conversations. A calm and patient approach can reduce stress and help the person feel respected, even when communication becomes more difficult. The fifth early sign is poor judgment or unusual decision-making. A person who has always been careful with money may suddenly give large amounts to strangers, fall for phone or online scams, or make risky financial choices. They may also forget basic personal hygiene, make mistakes with their medications, or continue driving even when they become confused on familiar roads. These changes are often caused by damage to the parts of the brain that help us weigh risks and make safe decisions. Families can help by adding simple layers of protection. Check bank accounts together, help organize medications with a pill box, watch for unusual spending, and have honest conversations about driving safety if there are signs of confusion. The goal is not to take away independence but to keep the person safe while respecting their dignity. The sixth sign is a change in personality or mood. Someone who was once calm may become easily irritated, anxious, or suspicious. Others may lose interest in hobbies they once loved, pull away from family and friends, or seem sad and unmotivated. These changes can happen because dementia affects areas of the brain that help control emotions, behavior, and social awareness. As a caregiver, remember that these behaviors are usually symptoms of the illness, not a choice. Try to stay calm, avoid arguing, and listen with patience. A steady daily routine, gentle reassurance, and regular medical care can help reduce stress for both the person and the family. The seventh and most important early sign is losing the ability to do familiar daily activities. This goes beyond simple forgetfulness. A person who has cooked the same meals for years may suddenly forget the steps or leave the stove on. Getting dressed may become confusing, with clothes put on in the wrong order or for the wrong season. Shopping can become difficult because they forget what they came to buy or cannot make simple choices. They may miss medication doses, take them twice, or struggle to follow a daily routine that once felt automatic. Think of these daily tasks as pieces of a puzzle. When the brain is healthy, the pieces fit together with little effort. As dementia changes the brain, those pieces no longer connect as smoothly. Tasks that once seemed easy can become confusing and stressful. This is a sign that deserves prompt medical evaluation because it can affect safety and independence. It is also important to remember that some treatable conditions, such as medication side effects, vitamin B12 deficiency, thyroid problems, depression, or sleep disorders, can cause similar symptoms. If you notice these changes, start a written symptom diary with dates and specific examples. Ask other family members what they have observed, since they may notice changes you have missed. Schedule a visit with the person's primary care doctor and bring a complete list of all medications, including vitamins and supplements. Ask whether cognitive screening is appropriate and discuss possible reversible causes. If needed, ask whether a referral to a neurologist or memory clinic would help provide a more complete evaluation. If you notice one or more of these signs, the first step is not to panic. Instead, become a careful observer. One unusual day does not always point to dementia, but repeated changes over weeks or months deserve attention. Look for patterns rather than single events, and write down what you see. Include the date, what happened, and how it affected daily life. These notes can help your healthcare provider understand what is changing over time. The next step is to rule out medical conditions that can cause similar symptoms. Problems such as vitamin B12 deficiency, thyroid disorders, depression, poor sleep, medication side effects, or infections may affect memory and thinking, and some can improve with the right treatment. That is why a medical evaluation is so important. While waiting for an appointment, focus on habits that support brain health. Encourage regular physical activity, help the person get enough sleep each night, and work with their healthcare team to keep blood pressure and diabetes under good control. Make time for conversations, family visits, and simple social activities, since staying connected can help support emotional well-being. If hearing has become worse, arrange a hearing evaluation because hearing loss can make thinking and communication more difficult. Most importantly, involve family members early. When everyone understands what is happening, it becomes easier to share responsibilities and provide steady support. Remember, these signs do not automatically mean dementia, but they should always be discussed with a healthcare professional for a proper evaluation. If you remember only one part of today's video, let it be this simple 5-step action plan. It can help you respond with confidence instead of fear. First, watch for patterns rather than isolated moments of forgetfulness. Everyone has an occasional memory lapse, but repeated changes that affect daily life deserve closer attention. Second, keep written notes for several weeks. Record what happened, when it happened, and how often it occurs. A clear record is far more helpful than trying to remember details during a doctor's visit. Third, arrange a medical evaluation as soon as you notice ongoing changes. Early assessment can help identify dementia if it is present, but it can also uncover other medical conditions that may be treated. Fourth, bring another trusted family member or close friend to the appointment. They may remember important details, provide another point of view, and help understand the doctor's recommendations. Working together often leads to better care. Finally, support the person's independence while making everyday life safer. Offer help only where it is truly needed. Simple changes, such as using a pill organizer, placing reminders in easy-to-see places, or helping with finances, can reduce risks without taking away dignity. Think of caregiving like walking beside someone on a narrow path. You are not carrying them every step of the way. You are simply helping them stay steady when the road becomes more difficult. As we finish, remember one important message. Dementia is much more than memory loss. It can affect thinking, language, judgment, emotions, and the ability to manage everyday life. The earlier these changes are recognized, the sooner a person can receive a proper medical evaluation, explore possible treatments, and begin planning for the future with the support of family and healthcare professionals. It is also important to remember that not every memory problem is caused by dementia. Conditions such as vitamin B12 deficiency, thyroid disorders, depression, medication side effects, and poor sleep can sometimes cause similar symptoms and may improve with the right treatment. That is why it is so important not to guess the cause on your own. No matter the diagnosis, healthy daily habits still matter. Regular physical activity, good sleep, a balanced diet, staying socially connected, and managing conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes all help support overall brain health and quality of life. If today's video helped you better understand the early signs of dementia, please consider subscribing for more evidence-based videos on healthy aging and caregiver support. And if you know someone who may benefit from this information, share this video with them. It could help them recognize important warning signs sooner. Finally, remember that this video is for general education only. It is not a substitute for personal medical advice. If you notice ongoing changes in memory, thinking, or behavior, speak with your healthcare provider before making any changes to treatment or care plans.